Breaking the chains of power. Why there are no limits to political domination. Today, in the 21st century, extremist dictators rule in countries like North Korea, Burundi, Venezuela, Syria, Chad, and Rwanda. In most cases, those governments exert absolute power, suppressing the freedom of speech and controlling access to resources such as food. In this video, we'll talk about North Korea, one of the world's longest-running dynastic dictatorships. But before, please like this video and subscribe for more interesting topics every week. Let's dig in. 3 generations of Kims have held the position of the supreme leader in North Korea since the end of World War II and Korea's liberation from Japanese colonial rule. Kim Il-sung was the founding father of North Korea, which he ruled from 1948 until he died in 1994. Kim Jong-il succeeded, serving 17 years until a fatal heart attack in late 2011. Leadership then passed to Kim Jong-il's 28-year-old son, Kim Jong-un. In 2012, consolidated his power, purging many top officials and continuing to boost the country's nuclear capabilities. Kim Jong-un has transformed North Korea into the most repressive countries in the world. Moreover, the totalitarian government deepened repression and maintained fearful obedience using threats of execution, imprisonment, enforced disappearance, and forced labor. Today, the government continues to restrict all fundamental liberties: freedom of expression, religion, association, political opposition, independent media, civil society, and trade unions. Therefore, North Korea is one of the poorest countries in the world. In a 2014 film, The Interview, featuring James Franco, makes a mockery of leader Kim Jong-un, revealing a side that North Koreans haven't seen yet. He's just a human, not a sacred persona as the portrait by the system. It also shows how the system sells the myth that North Korea is the best country in the world and people should be thankful for the little they have. But how is this regime still prevailing despite the progress of humanity? To understand this premise, we must mention the tools used to remain in power. Number 1. Social engineering. North Korea has no merchant landowning class or unions. Intellectuals, activists, or student associations are oppressed. Number 2. Ideology. The system pushes an ideology. The supreme leader is at the center of a cult of personality. The regime promotes anti-Japanese sentiment, hostility to South Korea, and propaganda against the USA. Number 3. Use of force. Dissidents are detected through an elaborate network of informants working for multiple national security agencies. People accused of offenses undergo re-education. In severe cases, they are executed in political prison camps. Last year, only 67 North Korean defectors arrived in South Korea in 2022, the lowest number in 10 years. In her book, In Order to Live, Yami Park describes her heartbreaking journey to freedom. Crossing the Gobi Desert, being sold into sex slavery in China, and finally finding refuge in South Korea. Through her personal experiences, Yami sheds light on the brutal realities of life under North Korea's totalitarian regime and the challenges faced by those who try to escape. However, her powerful account also touches on themes such as the importance of family, the resilience of the human spirit, and the universal struggle for freedom and dignity. Unfortunately, only a few stories have a happy ending, and as of today, millions of North Koreans struggle to survive in the hands of one of the most terrible systems in the world. This situation makes us think, shouldn't we have a strict framework that protects human rights and fights never-ending injustices? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you soon.